Hey everybody, this is my first attempt at a video blog. If you like it, let me know. If you don't, send me hate mail. You probably wouldn't be the first. Anyway, it has come to my attention recently that myself, as well as several of my female friends, may be in need of a refresher course on the how-to of testicular fortitude for women. You know, it's a difficult concept to learn unless you're born with it, like my mom. Because, yeah, she clanks when she walks. But besides that, you know, if you're not born with it, it's something that you have to learn. You have to cultivate it. So I've written a few steps. The first step for women that want to clank when they walk is self-respect. I can't reiterate that enough. I cannot say those two words, self-respect, enough. If you don't respect yourself, how can you expect anyone else to respect you? I mean, the homeless guy on the corner, yeah, the one that asks you for your change every Friday on the way to work, you know, he doesn't even respect you if you don't respect yourself, okay? It's kind of a sad thing. Anyway, the next step is remember that no one is allowed to walk all over you. Last I checked, none of you guys were doormats. Number 3, and this one pains me. It pains me, ladies. Pains me. Use the word fuck in public sparingly. Now, what you do on my blog or your blog or with, you know, close personal friends, that's your business because, you know, I think we all know fuck. That's my favorite word in the English language. Thanks. The next and one of the most important steps to, you know, some serious testicular fortitude is when you walk into a room, and I mean any room, from, you know, an office meeting to the mall, to a club, a bar, anywhere, make your presence known. That does not require showing every ounce of cleavage you have, dressing like a hooker, speaking at some incredibly high level of volume, or wearing shockingly bright lipstick or eyeshadow. It does, however, involve holding your shoulders back, your head high, and giving off an air of confidence. This is more difficult for some than it is for others. If you need lessons, let's go to the bar and I'll show you. The next thing, and this goes along with, you know, giving off an air of confidence when you're in a room, walk like you're on a mission. Anybody that's ever seen me walk knows exactly what I'm talking about, so I'll just go ahead and skip this. Smile. Smile a lot. Smile often. When someone is talking to you, don't pretend to listen. Listen. You know, active listening is a skill that everyone should cultivate in their lives. It makes every aspect of every relationship so much better when you can honestly sit down with someone and not just hear what they have to say, but listen to it and try to understand their point of view. It makes people feel so much comfortable around you when they really believe that you're interested in what they have to say. My personal favorite, never let them see you sweat. You know what? If some guy breaks up with you and he hurts your little feelings and just breaks your little heart, don't let him see you sweat. Smile and say, you know what? You have a nice life. Kisses, and just walk off and walk like you're on a mission. Prepare yourself mentally and emotionally to calmly allow people to walk out of your life, because they will. It's inevitable. There will always be someone that you just truly adore that has to go. You know, their time with you is up, and that's it. Also, prepare yourself mentally and emotionally to calmly bleh. I even stutter on my video blogs. Isn't that fabulous? Prepare yourself mentally and emotionally to calmly kick people out of your life, because you'll be forced to at one point or another. But only kick people out of your life when they become unhealthy for you. After you've calmly kicked someone out of your life, prepare to run into them regularly for at least a month, because it's inevitable. That's the way it works. When that inevitable chance meeting occurs, do not go out of your way to avoid them. Instead, continue walking confidently with your head up and your shoulders back. It usually shocks them into silence. In the off chance that your air of confidence doesn't shock them into silence and they attempt to get ugly, walk away. Because women with balls don't abide willful ignorance. If you want to be stupid with me, that's fabulous. It's great. But I'm just going to walk away from you. My next one, breathe. And I'm not talking just the regular, you know, like I'm doing now. Breathe. No. Actually sit down and focus on your breaths. Try to pull breaths in, from the deepest part of your gut and just breathe. It calms you down, it makes you feel better, and it also, in the past, has stopped me from killing a few people. Keep every piece of jewelry given to you by every man you've ever dated. No matter how ugly, no matter how nasty, no matter how disgusting the breakup was, keep it. If for no other reason, at some point later in life, it might make a beautiful pair of earrings or a pendant. You never know. Do not, and I repeat, do not sleep with a man unless you are absolutely sure he is in love with you. It just doesn't bode well for any of us when we run around having casual sex. We wonder why there aren't any good men left. It's because we fucked them all over. Remember that moderation is always the key in everything in life. Especially when in public. Well, only when in public. But that's not the point. Moderation is the key. If you choose to drink, do so wisely. In other words, don't get sloppy. If you can't hold your own hair back, don't drink. I have never, in my life, had to have anyone hold my hair. I've had people had to, leave the bar and take my butt home. But I have never had anyone had to, hold my hair back. Stay in contact with close friends, even if it's just, via MySpace, send a comment here or there. But it's always nice to know what people are up to, especially, when you used to care about them tremendously. Go to your high school reunions and laugh a lot. Because, gotta love the popular people that are just sad excuses for human beings right now. Yay, my 10 years next year. Can't wait. And learn to enjoy being in photos, even when you look like crap. And try not to look like crap often, because it makes you feel better about yourself. When you walk in Wally World, and you look like, you just stepped out the trailer, you don't feel very good about yourself. And if you happen to run into somebody that, you used to know, one of those, aforementioned popular people, you're going to feel even worse. So, put some makeup on. Not much, just a little bit, Even if you throw your hair in a ponytail, put a little makeup on, cute little shirt and some jeans, you're good to go. Always keep a business card and a resume handy. Oh, and it's perfectly acceptable to embellish a bit on your resume. Figure out what you believe in. Notice I did not say listen to the news and automatically take on the beliefs therein. Hone your critical thinking skills. And always take into account the source of your information. The source of the information is the most important part. Stand up for your beliefs. Notice I did not say shove your beliefs down someone else's throat. Stand your ground and agree to disagree when necessary. It's useless to walk away from what could potentially be a good friendship because you disagree. Because, you're a Republican, he's a Democrat. Why walk away from that? That's stupid. When you can just agree to disagree. Learn to spell. For the love of God, please. Read classic literature and realize that most of the classics are considered classics because their lessons are classic. If you simply cannot bear to read classic literature, at least read the freaking Cliff Notes. They're usually under 20 pages. If you are not well versed in the topic of conversation, realize that it is probably best to keep quiet. Think about it. If you're sitting at a table with a group of people and they're discussing religion, religions of the world, and say, okay, you're Protestant, so you know a good bit about that, or you're Catholic, you know a good bit about Catholicism, but you're not so well versed on Buddhism or Taoism. I mean, you really don't know. So don't pipe up, or if you're going to pipe up, ask questions, learn a little bit. My personal favorite, I think, is ask questions, and my personal favorite question is why. Because if you can get someone to actually answer that question every time you ask it, that's a cool individual. Keep your cool. When you feel yourself getting incredibly angry, smile. It helps. It also causes people around you to wonder what the hell's going on in your head. When smiling doesn't work, and believe me, it won't always work, maintain a calm tone. No matter what venom is spewing forth from your mouth. It's a lot easier to handle when somebody looks at you and says, I hope you die in a fucking car fire. Than it is say, bitch, I hope you fucking rot. It's just a lot easier to take it with a smile. And also realize that sarcasm can be your best friend and your mortal enemy. Alright, at any rate, that was my recap of, excuse me, that was my recap of the Testicular Fortitude for Women blog. And, yeah, that's about it for tonight. So we're going to try to post this and see how it goes. Good night, everybody.